Most small business CEOs I talk to base their decisions on their experience and intuition. Not data or reports, but intuition. That's because most of them don't have a dedicated data analyst who would pull the report, spot patterns, or provide action points. In the next 5 minutes, I'll show you how to change that in 3 simple steps. By the end, you'll know how to connect your data to AI, ask business questions in plain English, and create a live dashboard that updates automatically. In most small businesses, data is scattered across different tools like CRMs, ad platforms, and often Google Sheets, and there's no one who could connect them. So when there's a decision to make, where to cut costs, which channel is driving revenue, whether to hire another rep, CEOs have to rely on gut feeling. AI changes that equation. You connect your business data to an AI tool, ask questions in plain English, and get actionable answers without any technical knowledge or complex calculations. But there is one thing you need to have sorted first: clean data. If your CRM has duplicated contacts, incomplete deal stages, or reps logging deals inconsistently, AI will give you confidently wrong answers. So before anything else, make sure your data is sorted, structured, and accurate. That's why you should avoid using Google Sheets for data input and storage, no matter how comfortable you are with it. Otherwise, your chances of getting high-quality data for analysis and decision-making are much lower than if you use dedicated software like CRM or accounting system. Now, once your data is ready, you only need 3 steps to get started. The first step is connecting your most important data to an LLM tool like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. Let's say your company does B2B sales and you use HubSpot as your CRM. You connect HubSpot to Claude or ChatGPT with an MCP server so that the LLM always has access to up-to-date data. Once data is connected, you can start asking questions in simple language to query any information from the pipeline, like the performance of the sales reps, the health of the pipeline, whether the pipeline has enough deals, whether there are any leads that haven't been contacted in a while, and so on. Basically, you can ask any ad hoc question and you'll get an answer right away without having to build a team of qualified analysts. However, there's one thing worth understanding before you go further. LLMs aren't reliable for calculations on their own. Neither are they reliable in blending data from different sources. Ask an AI assistant to total up a column of revenue figures without a verified data layer underneath it, and there's a real chance it gets it wrong. That's just how large language models work. They predict the most likely answer, not the correct one. They're not built to execute math, also they don't know your business context. But LLMs are really good at interpreting data and finding patterns. And that's why you need a middle layer, a no-code data integration platform like Coupler.io that separates calculations from interpretation. When you ask a question, LLM writes the matching SQL query that Coupler.io's analytical engine runs this query against your data and returns a verified result. Then AI interprets that result and gives you a clear, readable answer. Coupler.io also stores your business context, how your pipeline stages are named, what your team means by a closed one, and how your fiscal quotas are structured. The AI uses that context so the answers it gives you are specific to your business and not generic. Don't forget to generate this context first and add details manually. Your analysis can only be as good as your data and context are. The second step is to connect an additional data source to the LLM, and this is where it gets genuinely useful. But before moving any further, click the subscribe button and turn on notifications. We have a detailed discussion coming up on how AI is changing the BI dashboards, so stay tuned. Alright, back to step 2. Let's say your second source is a Google Ads account. With the 2 data sources connected, you can not only query the data, but also ask AI to find a correlation between specific numbers. For example, try asking, is there a correlation between our Google Ads spend and the number of new inbound deals each week over the last 90 days? The AI cross-references your ad spend against new deals and tells you whether the two actually move together. The higher the ad budget, the more incoming deals there should be. This gives you a clear action point. If the answer is no, it might mean organic, outbound, or referrals are driving your pipeline and not paid ads, which means you might need to adjust your strategy. So the AI goes from just answering questions to a more advanced workflow, such as blending data. Asking ad hoc questions is useful, but if you're running the same analysis every Monday morning, it's better to have some sort of automated workflow that gives you the result without you having to retype the same query over and over again. So the third step is turning your most important views into a live dashboard. The easiest way to do this is to use Claude Cowork. Just ask Cowork directly, build me a live artifact showing revenue by sales rep, open pipeline by stage, and weekly ad spend versus deals closed. You can also ask AI to suggest more metrics to make the dashboard more comprehensive. If you are not sure what metrics you need, tell AI what kind of decisions you want to make while looking at the dashboard. In a few minutes, you'll get a dashboard that you can customize based on the filters, periods, or metrics you most frequently rely on. Such a dashboard stays live. Every time you open it, it automatically pulls fresh data from both HubSpot and Google Ads without exports, spreadsheets, or manual updates. If you connect to couple your data, of course. So if you're a CEO of a small business, all you need to do to get started with the analytics is to connect the most important source to the LLM for ad hoc questions, add a second source for deeper analysis, and build live dashboards for repeatable reporting. Of course, you can build on top of this workflow as your business grows and your analytics needs becomes more complex. But for starters, the steps we went through in this video should be perfectly sufficient. And if you're ready to give AI data analysis a try, check on the full tutorial on connecting different data sources to Claude. I'll see you there.